tell me, how did you come to find out about Hope for Families?
Actually, a friend of mine told me about you guys, and I figured I'd contact you guys because to begin with, I have 2 kids. I don't need another one. I mean, I would like to have another one, but right now, at the point in time, I don't have a job. I want to go back to school, and it'd be hard having 3 kids going back to school and working.
And Ciara, if I asked you, when you first found out that you were pregnant, I know that there had to be a lot of different things going on in your mind. It was just like, could you just explain what you were going through?
Well, to be honest, I couldn't believe I was pregnant again. I don't know why I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't believe it. And like, I had just had my son, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Right. And me and the father had just broken up like a week before. And then I'm like, okay, what do I say to him? How do I tell him?
And when you told him, how did he take it?
He didn't care.
He didn't care.
He had already moved on. He didn't care. And I never talked to him again. I mean, I've seen him a couple of times, but he doesn't care. And then how do I tell my mom? All my kids are like 8 months apart.
Yeah. And so after you processed all that, you came to realize your option. Did you ever consider the abortion option?
When I first found out, and I was scared to tell the father, I actually talked to his brother. Maybe his brother could tell him and help me pay for an abortion. I mean, I could have gotten one, but I could have asked my mom or my dad, but I didn't. I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I've actually done that before. I just want my baby to have a good family, mother, father, everything that he ever would want.
Right. I know we talked about it, and you mentioned that some people are actually saying, how could you give your baby up? That question, how could you do that? How could you give your baby away? That type of thing. What would you respond to a birth mother who's really trying to decide what to do, and if she's dealing with that type of issue of guilt, and people kind of like condemning her for giving her baby up? What would you tell her?
Well, I would tell her exactly how I feel. So many people come to me, how could you do it? Are you sure this is what you want to do? Yeah, I'm 150% sure this is what I want to do. I mean, I just think of everything that I ever wanted to do when I was a kid that I couldn't do. I'll always be able to see pictures. You can always contact me if you want to ever contact me. There's no problem.
You say it's a he.
It's a he.
It was really exciting to go to Stork Vision with you and see your baby and see your boy. Yeah. Your baby boy, and he smiled, and was that a great experience?
Yeah,
or what?
It was.
What do you say to other gals out there who are torn between the birth father saying, oh, I want you to give up the baby, but what is sometimes the reality of it?
Well, I actually went through that with my son, and now I don't even talk to his father. His father disappeared, and I don't want this baby to go through the same thing that I'm going through with my son. You can't always base your life around what somebody else says, because they can always change your mind, and then you're stuck by yourself.
You're the one taking care of the child. What have you experienced with Hope for Families as far as the people we've been working with?
I would tell her that based on my experience of working with you guys, there's been so many things that I wanted to do in my life, and like you guys, I'm gonna cry. Like you guys like helped me in so many ways. It's like I can't even explain.